I'm Chip Schroer. I work with Aber. We're the distributors for Seppi and Brush Wolf. This is Wally. He's also a rep with us. We're here doing some demos for SunSouth today. And to get started right here, this is one of our heavy, extreme Brush Wolf cutters. Brush Wolf is built in Minnesota. They're right across the street from one of our offices up there. But Brush Wolf is the first manufacturer to come out with hydraulic-driven mowers for excavators and skid steers. But this unit right here we got two of them. This one here is our gear-driven motor. We also have one that's a piston motor. They're a little faster, but they also, piston motors cost a little bit more. But this one right here, we got 4 reversible blades on it. It's carried by, this carriage right here weighs 800 pounds. It's sandwiched in between these 4 here. You got a guard in there to keep any wire, rope, or anything there. This is about as bulletproof as you can get for a head. This head's designed to cut anything you need to cut. You can cut 10, 12-inch stuff all day long with it. The warranty on this machine here, the framework and all, is 3 years, 3-year warranty. Motor, gearbox is 18 months. This mower here does weigh 2,400 pounds. So it is built very, very heavy, very heavy. And you can get this one here, it's going to be the high flow. You can also get it in standard flow. Standard flows, I really can't tell the difference, but if you get the right motor on the right flow, you can still cut 10, 12-inch stuff with it on your standard flows. This right here is our Seppi 150. It's 60-inch cut control, one with the blades. What makes ours different than most cut controls is we have this half moon deal here, only cutting 1 inch at a time for those blades to cut. Most competitors have the rings, and it makes that drum a lot heavier. And the reason we didn't want to use them rings, we didn't want to lose our recovery rate, because your productivity on heads is your recovery rate. Because when you bog that thing down, most of them's going to take from 6 seconds, some always up to 11. This one here on high flow is going to be 2.5 to 3 seconds recovery. So most of the time when you bog it and you pick it up, operator a lot of times don't even know he's bogged down. He's ready to get right straight back to work. This one here's the 60-inch. Other models we have one with a carbide head, and we usually would put a door on it, a hydraulic door to shut, because your carbides are going to shred and chew. This one here's got the, what size motor? It's a 465. Yeah, 465 Parker motor in it with a 2-stage variable pump motor. So what it does, it swaps gears back and forth for your torque. And other maintenance on this, you got a grease fitting here and one on that side, and that's all the maintenance you need. You got 5 belts here. What else on this one? Yeah, just standard belts. If you stretch one or something like that, you can go to Napa and pick it up, or to your closest John Deere and just match it up. Or you can order it from us. You got adjustable skid shoes down here, and they're pretty. That's basically it. But a little about Seppi. Seppi's been in business for 80 years out of Italy. They start off building flare mowers, then they start off one of the first ones to start building mulchers. And basically a lot of your mulchers take designs from Seppi. That's how long they've been in business. But we went with a smaller drum, stronger steel, and plus Seppi has got the patent on these blade holders that wrap around, and that keeps a lot of your drums from cracking.
What about changing out the fitting?
Yeah, I recommend, well, right now we're just running a 1/2-inch fittings on this, but I recommend for down here in the South, I'd go with 3/4 or 1 inch fittings. It keeps the oil a little cooler, because you've got 41 gallons a minute coming out of this machine, going through a little 1/2-inch hole. It's going to run warm. Because we got 3/4 on that one as well. But if that doesn't really do it, I recommend a 1 inch screw on for your guys that mulch for a living and do a lot of it, because you're putting this thing in some pretty rough terrain in there. And these right here, I'll show you. See how these shake? And there's an O-ring back in here that will fail over time. You won't see it leak, but you're going to lose torque in your head because you're going to have a lot of back. You're not going to get the full torque. And the 1 inch, when you screw them on, there's no play in it at all. But Stuckey builds a manifold. You just slide it out. Comes with this plate. And all you got to do is just swap out, put your electrical on there, bolt that in and bolt that on, you're ready to go. And while you got to have the manifold, they have a button on the side for pressure release, so you can take them off. But Stuckey guarantees that oil to run 15 to 20 degrees cooler. And I did this past summer, we did one, and it ran 20% cooler.